Hello everyone, Marcus here. Welcome to the channel once again. Thank you for joining me. And today I'll be showing you what Nike should have been doing for the past few years for a team sneaker. So let's go. What I have here in my hands, guys, is a Zoom BB Next or NXT, and man, this is the all-new team sneaker from Nike. It has been out for several weeks. We just got them here in the Philippines. I got this over at nike.com.ph if you want them, because they're still not yet available in the stores here in Manila, but you can order them online if you want them now and fast. And I got this white with purple and teal colorway, very much of a Charlotte colorway or a very Miami color to it. So I got this color instead of the black and green or the Volt colorway, and this looks mighty fresh. What we have for the upper is a mesh upper all throughout the sneaker. I told you in my initial review that it was kind of a knit upper because it's still knit mesh in my opinion. It's not more of the fused mesh type of mesh, if you know what I mean, because there's a lot of different mesh types out in the market. There's the fused one, which is very plasticky, this very rigid one which is made of very thick mesh, and it's more on the thinner one, but still kind of fused, but it's a lot softer compared to the other fused mesh. And I would say for the mesh of the Zoom BB Next, it really looks very premium in my opinion. It is soft, it doesn't stretch, it's very sturdy. What I like about this material is the texture that you can feel. It looks like reptile skin or snake skin. It really looks like a mamba skin. I don't know if they're paying tribute to Kobe Bryant for this one, but the texture looks like Kobe 6 texture, but a little bit smaller in terms of the dots. As for the forefoot part of the sneaker, there's some fusing around the toe area, which will give you extra durability and support in the material. Where you can see the larger dots around the forefoot area, it is a lot thicker in those areas, and also the same around the heel part or ankle part. When you see bigger dots, it means it's harder and more durable and more rigid material. As for the upper, I have no complaints so far. It doesn't stretch at all. My only gripe about the upper of the Zoom BB Next is the lacing system. I just wish that they added more lacing system so you can customize the fit of your sneaker more to your liking, because comparing it to the other sneaker that I have, the little brother of this one, it has more lace loops to it. With this one, it just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of lace loops, so it is good, but I just wish that they added 3 more, maybe 1 more on top of the forefoot area and 2 more here around the midfoot to make it more customizable. The Zoom BB Next has a traditional tongue, so it's very easy to put your foot in. Just unlace it and it really opens it up really good. There's no heel tab to it, but you can pull this cushion or ankle cushion back and it's very easy to put your foot in. And as for the ankle pillows or Achilles pillows, there's just enough pillows there to give you the comfort that you need around those ankles and Achilles. And as for the heel slippage, heel lockdown, I would say it doesn't have the best heel lockdown or heel containment in my opinion, because I just wish that they added extra pillows there to add for the heel lockdown, or maybe I should have gone half a size down, because this kind of runs a little big in my opinion, but I can still hoop with them. Maybe if I went half a size down, the heel containment issue won't be there. But don't worry if you got the true to size with the Zoom BB Next. You just need to tighten the last 2 lace loops and it will really push your foot back and give you a better fit to the sneakers. There's an internal heel cup to give you ankle support and heel support. And as for the cushion setup, it has 3 layers of Nike React foam. As you know, Nike React is one of the best cushions out now from Nike, and they put it here, full-length Nike React on the Zoom BB Next. Plus, it's a dual layered foam of Nike React, plus an insole of Nike React, which is really comfortable, which I really like. And in addition, for the cushion in the forefoot area, there's 2 Zoom pods around the forefoot area, one on the ball of your foot and right beside it. It's very similar to the Nike LeBron 17, the regular ones, because the low-cut ones, which I have here, has also Nike React foam in the forefoot, but it doesn't have zoom units, which I wish that they put a zoom unit here on the LeBron 17 low, but instead they put it here in the Zoom BB Next. And a little comparison on the Nike React, since I'm holding it right now for the LeBron 17 lows. I can feel that the React foam here on the Zoom BB Next is a lot more plush or softer compared to the ones here in the LeBron 17. I don't know if this has a different density to it. Maybe it is. It feels like it because you can push it more for the React foam of the Zoom BB Next. So it really gives you the plushness from the forefoot to the heel. So impact protection on the heel is very, very good on the Zoom BB Next. If you like impact protection on a sneaker, you will surely love the Zoom BB Next. If you want your cushion to be more on the traditional foam, instead of the Air Max 270, found the LeBron 17 lows, which is also very good. But if you want more traditional foam, the Nike React here on the Zoom BB Next for impact protection is awesome. It also gives you a very nice responsive feel to the cushion, a little bit more bounciness around the heel compared to other cushion setup. And of course, for the forefoot, since there are two Zoom pods and Nike React carrying the two Zoom pods, man, it feels really, 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 really nice. If you are a fan of a bouncy, very responsive, very plush cushion setup around the forefoot area, this is a very nice cushion setup. I mean, Nike has been killing with their cushion setup so far. For all the releases that they have been putting out, I've been really impressed. Even with the Giannis ones, even though it has a little zoom unit, you can still feel the bounciness in it because they removed the Phylon material in between your foot and the Zoom. It's very similar to this, plus it has a full-length Nike React insole for additional comfort and bounciness below your foot. There's another use of that Nike insole. If you are not playing basketball and if you want to use it for your lifestyle sneaker, I'm actually using it right now in my Jordan 1 Drip Air Drip. This is my custom. I made it myself and I tested it out. I replaced my cheap insole on the Jordan 1. As you know, the Jordan 1 is really bad in terms of cushioning. If you want really court feel and no cushion at all, the Jordan 1 has that cushion. But since I'm walking around, I tried it here on my Jordan 1 and I placed the Nike React insole there, and it really did some wonders in my cushion setup. It made it more comfortable. Nothing too drastic, but at least it made it more comfortable. I think that's very important, especially if you're walking around with your Jordan 1. As you know, the Jordan 1, especially if you customize it, they look really nice. Jordan 1 regulars, Jordan 1 lows, but they don't have any cushion at all, which after several hours will be very uncomfortable if you don't want to buy insoles from your sneaker shop. And if you have the Zoom BB Next, you can use the insole of the Zoom BB Next on your lifestyle sneakers. Now moving on to the traction of the Zoom BB Next. The Zoom BB Next traction really reminds me too of the LeBron 17s, not with this one. Instead of the groove that they made here in the forefoot area for more flex. Similarities are here in the groove around the forefoot area, and Nike said that they made that groove in order to unlock the zoom units found in the forefoot of the Zoom BB Next. And it really flexes more there so that you can really activate the zoom units in the forefoot of the Zoom BB. Even if I'm just walking around the studio, I can really feel the bounciness of the zoom units in the forefoot without really giving it an extra pressure on the cushion. I can feel it while walking, and I think the Zoom BB Next is a very good looking sneaker that you can rock off court too. Back to the traction of the Zoom BB Next, it has a circular wave-like pattern all throughout. On the Zoom pods, it's circular, but on other areas, it's more of a wavy part. But the shape of the outsole really reminds me of the LeBron 17 regulars. Plus this black area around the midfoot part, you can see the stability plate. You can really see that similarity to a LeBron 17. Look at that, even on the lows. What I like about the outsole of the Zoom BB Next is they are deep, they are thick. So I think outdoor use is okay with this one. They have very hard rubber, and this is actually an Asian release. I'm not too sure for the US Europe release, because usually here in Asia we have the XDR rubber because we almost play majority on outdoors, but not me. I'm just being honest here. If I can avoid playing outdoors, I would, because I love my knees and I really can feel the hardness of a blacktop or cement floor, especially now when I'm a little bit older. But if you're young, I know you wouldn't mind a blacktop. I used to play on the blacktop a lot, but now if I can choose, I would play just indoors. I can really recommend the outsole of the Zoom BB Next for outdoor use since it has hard rubber and deep grooves plus very well spaced, so dust pickup won't be a problem here. And as for the gripiness of the traction, it is very impressive. You stop on a dime, even if dust is present on the floor, you will still stop because dust won't get stuck there easily. My overall summary or my conclusion for the Zoom BB Next is it's a very nice all-around sneaker. It's a very nice team sneaker from Nike, although it's on the higher price point. Kudos to Nike for making a team sneaker that has great performance. It really reminds me of the earlier parts of the Hyperdunks, where the Hyperdunks has one of the best cushion setup and overall performance. So if you want maximum impact protection and bounciness in the forefoot and the heel, and you can rock them off court because they look good and they are mighty comfortable and the traction is on point. No complaints on the traction, and stability wise, it's wide enough for you to be stable. And as for the upper is not the most supportive, but it's still very supportive for the certain aspect. If you are not too shifty, this is a very good sneaker to have. But if you are really shifty, you are still okay with it, but there are lots of better options if you want the best supportive upper out in the market. What really impressed me in the Zoom BB Next is, of course, the React cushion with 2 Zoom pods in the forefoot. Those are the highlights. Plus the traction of the Zoom BB Next is really on point. Just a warning guys, since the Zoom BB Next has a very thick Nike React cushion for impact protection and bounciness, thus the sneaker is not too close to the ground, but still it is a very responsive sneaker because Nike React is a very responsive foam, so there's not much delay on the foam part, but it's kind of high off the ground, so court feel isn't that good on the Zoom BB Next. As for the price of the Zoom BB Next, it's $180 or $9,295 here in the Philippines. It's a little bit pricey. It's almost the same as a brand new LeBron 17s, but a lot of LeBron 17s are on sale now. This is a must try in terms of cushioning setup, and if you have the budget, go ahead and try it out. It's a very nice performing sneaker. I really recommend this one. I am really impressed with the Zoom BB Next, and I really like the direction where Nike is headed, so nothing but props. I just like a little bit more improvement on the lacing system and a little bit more support on the lateral part especially. I just wish that they extended this TPU plate here on the lateral part to be more closer at the end of your toes to give you more support laterally on the sneaker, since it's a kind of high off the ground sneaker to have. As for the sizing of the Zoom BB Next, if you want some toe space, go true to size, but if you want your toes to be right on the tip of the sneaker, you can go half a size down. But if you are wide-footed, go true to size or half size up. And as for the weight of the Zoom BB Next, it is 430, which is not bad for a very well cushioned sneaker, because usually if you have thick foam on a sneaker, it is usually heavy, but with this one it is kind of light because the materials that they use on the upper is really light. So that's it for my performance review of the Zoom BB NXT or Next. Let me know what you think about the sneaker. Would you cop them or drop them, or would you wait for them to go on sale and still rock them because you really like how it looks? Hit me a comment down below, or if you have any questions, comment down below too. This has been Mark Chess once again. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.